Got to do it. What's love? What's love? Got to do it.
Studios allowing this opportunity to happen. So if you got a podcast you want to shoot, Center Studios, you can hit us up 904-453-1110. Got a podcast, you're an artist, you want to record, you can hit us up. Go to centralstudios.com. You can go book your session right now. Minimum 2 hours. I will
maintain, man.
Yes, sir.
So, how your week been?
Man, listen. From emotional highs, emotional lows. I had some very exciting things come about. My book that I just released, Unleashing Creativity, I will have a copy up here for our next episode.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I've been getting a lot of great feedback from it, man. So we've now sold 20 copies of the book, and this is hand to hand.
Hand to hand, that's good though.
Hand to hand selling, like back in the old days, we take CDs out and you sell CDs
face to face.
Yeah, so hand to hand. So, and the dope thing about that is, which I identified this week, is every person that I went to for the book to talk to them about the book, nobody said, "Nah, I don't want it." Like not one person was like, "Nah, I'm good."
How many people getting walked up to that someone saying, "I wrote a book"? Not to say it's easy to say no to a person with a mixtape, or you selling slushies, or you selling cookies, or whatever you may selling, but who's coming up to you on this randomly, or saying, right, "Man, I just wrote this book," because it takes a process to write a book,
right,
and to actually feel the energy from them to write the book. So it's like they probably want to know, like what I want to know, like what made you write the book, and how do you feel after writing the book, and how did you like the process to even here till now is the manifestation is in my hand, and I can actually have something of value, not something I'm trying to rob and trying to persuade you to buy something because it look nice, but it's something that you can refer to every day and unlock more of your doors. So it's like, how did that whole process make you feel going from 1 to 10 right here? And now you can say, well, shoot, I sold 20 books.
Yeah.
Like, and it's me.
Yeah.
Somebody bought me, my intellectual property. So like, yeah, how do that feel?
It feels refreshing, man. So I was overwhelmed at first with the entire idea of it, because I didn't know how to get it out. And I was watching this video by Christian Mickelson. Him and his twin, they created this platform to where it streamlines the process, the conceptualizing process of writing a book. And so I was watching the video and all these ideas was going around. So I was just like, what is it that you do when you're in the studio with the artist? And then I was like, I see what Christian was talking about. Right from the experience. Boom. So then I was like, all right, well, my main thing is
just to say, to write from your experience.
Yep.
Like no one else's experience. Like just that, like to even get there, you had to get there to get to the book. But
yeah,
right from your experience, and you said, and it came to you that I got a book.
Yeah. Because I had all the information here in the studio because we was talking about it.
So you saying your experience brought you to a fulfilling moment?
My experience showed me the journey I was on to get to that fulfilling moment. Because my fulfilling moment is to seeing many people as possible educated. But I didn't know how I was going to go about getting that education out. And then, well, right from your experience, holy crap.
We were, yeah.
In my experience, it's education. So then, well, just write down your experience. Write it down.
And then it just
It
happened to be a book.
it manifested itself into, oh snap, I got a lot of information. Well, now let me structure it. What chapter do I want first? And then I got to dive into each chapter intimately. That was the thing. I got to be intimate with each chapter of the book. I got to, okay, well, when you read the first chapter, I'm coming and I'm hitting you hard with terminology for thinking, not just terminology for writing music or creating. No, terminology for thinking. These are terms like divergent thinking, which if you haven't seen Divergent or
the movie,
any of those movies, then you should watch them, because that's what it's about: thinking outside of the box, being outside of the norm, being outside of what is common interest to people, to humanity. Think outside of that. That's where you're gonna find the +1 on Mario.
Yeah.
That mushroom to make you grow. That's where you find that, because inside the box is everything that the system or everything that society wants you to see, everything that society wants you to be, everything they want to influence you, every way they want to influence you. But outside the box, that's you.
Ooh, like it was just experience, because we all have experiences. Like as you saying, everyone has a book in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it ain't no such thing as you a good writer.
Right.
No, like it's like saying, oh, you good at having experiences. No, like all of us has experiences, no matter, like it's not good or bad, because your experiences through music, like people have to understand where you come from in music for them to, they congratulate you on this book.
Right.
But it was something that came before. Like it was many experiences in music, but it was when someone said something that made you think. And then within that thinking, you didn't say, well, out of all these experiences, I'm only gonna choose for my good experiences. Because now you put a division in the experiences. But if you, like, I used to just, well, let me just pick here. But you had to go inside of a bag that you may consider like, dang, it wasn't the most fun. It wasn't like what you said, like, man, what you think about this verse? I like, man, that shit trash.
Yep.
And it's like you probably had to go there and be like, well, dang. So that I can appreciate here. So now you just created, like I said, with that experience, you wrote another book. So now you just created a whole nother, you died to that poverty thinking.
Right.
Poverty thinking. Like, you don't, because the hood, blue collar got so many people that got so many books in them. Like we look at these people out here who that like Stephen King, but no, like really everybody has experience, and they could get the same fulfillment as what you're getting. Cause like shoot, like I say, you got me inspired to write my own, even though we working on one together. Like I didn't think about being a writer, but like you say, well, look at your experience. Like, do you have anything in life? Like, did you have trouble time in your 20s? Did you have a trouble time in your 30s? Like I probably can write a book. Man, they lied to us at 18. People could relate to that because they could be like, yeah, man, at 18, I swear I knew everything. I thought I just knew this thinking that I had was gonna propel me to here. But I can really write off the experience.
But even if you are doing nothing, you can still create something to talk about. Something for you to talk about yourself.
Humans are different.
Something, just create it.
Humans are different. An orange cannot do nothing more than be an orange. An apple cannot be, like, it literally let off a seed and it cannot be nothing more than that. It is to its purpose.
Yep.
It is to its purpose. It's literally like it knows what's that thing that will fly over the water, but its lifespan was 24 hours.
Oh, it was a certain insect.
It was a certain insect, but it literally was born to
have sex and
die within that. So in their experience, shoot, that you ain't living past that.
Yeah.
But for humans, like you say, if you have never experienced nothing, if you've been locked up your whole life, like you never met the world, and you finally get free after 20 years, and you find out his cars, his this, his that, his phones, it's like the whole world passed you by, like you was in a time machine, just a time capsule, just sitting there. You got exposed to all these elements. As a human, you, like you said, you can, right? Because we lie.
Mm-hmm.
What is a lie?
A created story.
Please let me know. What is a lie? At the base of it, it's still creation.
It's still created. It's fabricated.
And it's so fabricated, bro, that we do it without thinking. Because you can sit here and somebody be like, yeah, you got a car. And based off the feelings of like, well, shit, if I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be in life, if I feel inadequate, if I feel like people around me are flourishing more than me, and I'm not present while this person next to me, you got a car? And we could be going out to eat. And understand this, we in a good time. We just left the motherfucker go to my, and they talking like, yeah. Shoot. But listen, can I park my car and we take your car? They didn't ask, they assumed. You know, I was like, yeah. Yeah, I got one. But shit, my shit in the auto shop. So you know my shit getting tuned up. Like, you know how it be. You know.
Yeah.
In all actuality, I lied. I fabricated, I got creative. So creative that I was able to, that I thought I hoodwinked you.
Yep.
And guess what? I gotta keep on creating after this. Because if they ask 2 weeks later, my dog hit me up, hey, bro, can you go get my daughter from school? I can give you the day. And it's like, man, you know them ties, boy. I got 4 flats. So you picking the biggest problem because you know tires cost about, your shit about a good rack, 1,500.
Yeah.
This should keep them off me for what? 2 weeks. Come on. So you are so right. Because we do it every day, but how we doing it?
We do it subconsciously.
Very self-conscious. And like I said, I used to lie. Quit like.
That's the thing. Like we had the conversation a few days ago about letting the creator take control. Your creator is neither negative nor positive. Your creator is just creating. Your intent makes it either negative or positive. Whatever you intend to do with the creation is where the negative or positive. That's you taking over though. The creator is just creating. It's just stimulated. The creator is stimulated. So the creator is like, shoot, I got a cup of coffee right here. I got my magazines right here, and I got a blank canvas, and I got unlimited access to create. Word, bet. So the creator is just sitting there creating. So putting this over here. That's dope. Put this over here. That's dope. Put this over here. And then you, as the observer within yourself, decide, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do with the creation that the creator inside of me has come up with. Now, at that point, you determine if what you're going to do with that creation is either negative or positive. You decide that.
Bro, you brought everything together like a good ass sandwich, bro. When you said that. For me to even ask you that question, like to this creativity and all that, bro, you know, it's 3 different kinds of sins. I can sin against myself, sin against you, which is my brother, and sin against God. Yeah. If you was looking for, let's say, particularly me, because we pick and choose who we want to get mad at, but let's say you particularly was like, I'm just, like, you still was getting blessed. But the only reason why I get the bass in this ambiance and I can say all my wrongs so out loud in front of people, and even I can then be here to congratulate you, and then ask you like, dang, how did you write this book, or what brought you here? I was going to God with it, me going to your mama. And I'm saying, before I come to you, I go to Miss Deborah, like, I'm sorry for being a son like this. Now, I already know how Miss Deborah set up. She gonna keep that thing a buck. Yep. Cause she gonna say, okay. Did you talk to sir? Real. Yep. but we look to go and do that and look for Miss Deborah to give me forgiveness. Like, Miss Deborah, forgive me because I'm too coward to go to your son. But God, and then I go to God, go pray at night. God, thank you for whoever sins I committed against someone. Da 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 da. God, no, you ain't just finna brush across like that. Like, you gotta know why. Like, why you saying sorry? Like, see why you sin against your brother. Because if you never catch it, if you just say, I'm sorry for just doing them wrong, you're gonna keep doing this. And God said, you don't need to come to me. You didn't offend me. We don't go to the president and say, you know what, president, I need a job. You go to the job itself. Yeah. So we going to God over some shit that's like, nah. God said, I'm the overseer of this, but this is your neighbor. Treat your neighbor like the law said. Yeah, I'm the over. I'll rest. We can take this, but you as a neighbor, y'all should be able to settle that out. Y'all should be able to settle that out without reaching to the law. Yeah. So God was like, boy, you've been reaching for me for 3 years. Max. You don't even say forgiveness to me. You didn't sin against me. You didn't put no art against. It's your brother that you sin against. It's him. Like, yeah, you may didn't talk nothing out the street, but in your heart, you feel like it's his fault. You feel like you must feel something because you ain't talking to him. Right. There's a lot of people on these streets you don't know, but you say, hey, how you doing? You can't. You have art against him. Yeah. So it's better for you to go work that out because you will not get the fullness of your blessing because you think it's the devil. You think it's no. You thought you sinned against God. Now we didn't sin. You didn't sin against God. You took that up with your brother. Yeah. Now sinning against yourself is going against your own law. So if you sit there and say, "Hey, Lord, I stopped masturbating. I stopped it." Now you I guess it's like, bro, why did you stop masturbating, bro? Like the Lord, like, why did you stop masturbating? Like, why? What does it do? It make you feel yucky at the end? like, do you feel more empowered after you do it? Like when you sin against yourself, that's against you. You gotta say, God, hey, you gotta go to self. Hey, I broke my own law. That's like we get mad at the law for breaking their law. They're like, bro, you broke your own law. Yeah. That's you. Yeah. And then you get mad that someone go and break the same law that you broke on you. Yeah. Yeah. So now you got ought against them. You done broke your own law. And God said, now you don't want to keep my commandment. So it's a trigger effect. God said, love thyself, you love thy neighbor. You don't love thy neighbor, then yes, you got to go fix that. And yes, you sinning against me. But God said, when you bring this shit personal, and I tell you I give you an ear to do something, put it on your heart to go, and you don't, now it's me and you. Yeah. Now this is me and you. We got to talk. Now we here. But a lot of times the reason it's still there is because you don't need to go to God with that. You didn't sin against God. Now you did break a law that you agreed to and that you and your neighbor agreed to. God said, I'm married to the church, which is all of us. God said, you slept with that man's wife. You offended him. Yes, you did because you broke, but you got to fix that. You got to fix that. Like, yeah, you were talking about a little handicap boy. You got to fix that. Yeah. You have to, you sin again, and I'm like, dang, it makes sense why I can sit here and be very open, like, yeah, bro, I was a terrible friend for 6 years, man. I literally look how many people can literally get out there and be like, I'm not gonna paint myself as a good guy. Like, nah, I wasn't. Listen, I wasn't him. I wasn't that. But look at what we're able to do once I was able to get past that. Since you still alive, I was able to come, and God even made it more. He gave you to call me. I'm like, damn. So yeah, I have to be like, bro, I'm sorry. And it's not just to everyone else, but now we get to sit in an area where people may be like, man, how y'all move like that? My sins are like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, I sinned against him. I sinned against my father. Look, our relationship better. Yeah. Like, it's people I sinned against because guess what? My daddy taught me all he knew. He was the best father he could. And I got a problem because he didn't give me what I asked for, or because he could have given me some money, or because you can't do this. God, like, no, you got a whole grudge against your daddy. You mad your daddy went to jail, bro. You know what you getting mad at is so far fetched.
Yeah.
It's so, like you sinning against your father, and you know what? The other person may not know. The other person may not know that I'm sinning against you because I'm over here talking some shit. Yeah, you know, they don't make really good. I'm just sinning out against my dog, and when I get in his face, it's like, yeah, bro, you the best person ever. That's why God said, I spit you out. I ready you hot or cold with it. You come with that shit, spit you out like some chitlins, boy. I thought this was chicken. But now when you said that, and I know what you're talking about, but when you said that, like it just trickled to like, dang. Like it doesn't change what life has coming, but it makes sense why we're here.
But it could change, not necessarily the overall outcome of what life has in store, but how you get to what life has in store.
Yeah.
Because the more conscious right decisions you make, that's the right turns you're making to get to said destination.
Yeah.
But the more conscious wrong decisions you make is another turn off that path and another turn away and another turn. Like we ended up 5 miles walking. Just like that.
But was it good or bad? It was nothing.
It's not, because it's not positive or negative. It's just saying, okay, here's point A and here's point B. Now, the quickest distance to point B is a straight line. But I'm sorry, my friend, you're not going to make all the right decisions that's going to put you in that straight line. So you're going to make a turn left, you're going to make a turn right, then another turn left, and then you may actually end up going in a circle and come back and be like, well, this shit looks familiar, don't it? Yeah, it does look familiar because you kept making left turns and end up at the beginning. You still getting to point B though.
Yeah.
Your journey is just longer. So you got to consciously make the right decisions or the right turns that'll get you to point B.
If you take my words, you love me. Wisdom is saying this, like you love me, but to not take heed to my words, you love death. And I remember I told you that, but it's like, okay, when you was breaking this down, like that walk, we went for a walk 5 miles out, went to the beach. But the thing is that I have fun spending time with my friends. I like hanging around them. That's why we even out here.
Yeah.
But if you let the situations, where our feet was hollering, the sun, all that, it can steal your joy. It can steal the whole reason. And now you weighing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you weighing it based off your conditions of, oh man, my feet hurt.
Because I was him.
Because the Zets died after after an hour that been died.
I was him.
And it's like, dang, my feet hurt. Dang, I'm getting hungry. Dang, I'm sweating. Are these all the things that I'm judging if this even is a good idea?
Right.
Even if, like, it got me want to turn around. But overall, the thrill of just me being here, it's like, I just want to be here, like I'm being with God, and I'm cool with taking everything with life. Like, I'd rather that. I'd rather be with there than to be like, bro, that could have been a whole different kind of walk with some other sets of people.
Right. I mean, but why does it?
Shit, they probably would have stopped.
The thing about what you stating, like, why does something click in our mind to decide if it's a good walk or a bad walk?
Yeah.
Why does something click? Like, okay, I know my feet hurt. True. Well, my feet hurt because I don't normally walk 5 miles.
Uncomfortability.
So is walking 5 miles on a regular a good thing or a bad thing?
It's nothing. Like water.
Some people say, well, it's healthy because that's impact training. Okay, cool. It's healthy. It gets you more condition. Some people would say steady state cardio doesn't really work. So again, is it good or bad?
Ooh, but you gotta see where that mindset coming from. Because a lot of people do a lot of shit just to do it. Like I know people I see people walk 5 miles and guess what? Just sit. They don't do nothing. Like they don't do nothing with all that.
Yeah.
Now what we did was do something, and guess what? We got experience from it. You feel me? Like some people just go walking, they walk that shit. They probably walk that and be like, I see this all the time.
Yeah.
Missing the whole experience.
The alchemist, what he said? He sent him through the forest. He said, "What'd you see?"
Oh, facts.
And he went to name. He at first he didn't name anything because he was focused on keeping the oil on the spoon. And then he said, "All right, go through again. I want you to tell me everything you see." He went through it, told him everything. He was like, "Where the oil on your spoon?"
Did it fall?
It fell off. He said, the goal is to be able to hold the oil on your spoon and tell me what's going on."
Whoa, I don't take that. Yeah. So he said, spoonful of oil, walk through, tell me what you see. So concentrated on not spilling the oil,
He saw nothing.
go back, he catches it and spills it all.
Now he's focused on everything else but the oil.
So now go back with the oil, pay attention.
And still not spill your oil.
Hold on, this real live breaking down understanding. And that's what that trail was, bro. Like I can say I was spilling oil. Like
In the beginning, we all were. We all was spilling oil.
I don't know
Spilling
did I spill it in the beginning or at the end when I was like, bro, god dang, when it's finna end?
So in the beginning, we was paying attention to everything around us.
Yeah, we was looking.
That's how we ended up on the wrong path. Not the wrong path, a more extended path.
Which I led.
So then we started saying, nah, I'm finna focus on the path because now I need to get out. That's us focusing on the oil now. So we focusing on the oil now, and then now we're missing the beauty that we was admiring when we first got on the path. Because now we just focusing on getting out.
Bro, that sound like a 9 to 5, bro. Ooh. That sound like a 9 to 5. Like, ooh. I'm just like the way you broke it down, I'm just trying to get through the woods. I'm just trying, like, I don't care if I'm teaching you poverty. I don't care if I'm teaching you, like, I'm a example of darkness instead of light. Because all I'm trying to do is get through. If you're just trying to get through, bro, you run through spider webs, you hit everything. Shoot, that child may be getting drugged out.
Yeah.
Even with the leg broke because you just trying to get through.
Yeah.
So it's like a 9 to 5. They be like, I just got to work. If I stop, then it just would be an overload. Mm-hmm. Oh, the woods will overload you.
Yep.
It'd be a sense like, oh shit, it's dark. Now you spilling oil, it's dark. I hear dogs. Like for real. So it's like, dang, that's gonna be my tool for the rest of the day. Like that was like just paying attention, but not forgetting why we're here.
Why you're there.
Like, let's not forget why we're here.
Emotions help you forget why you're there.
Bro, we're not here. Like I tell people, you was not born. You did not shoot out that sack, go into that egg, go from one cell, protons, neutrons, and electrons, just to say, welcome here, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Or get the best desk job and say, you know what? Nobody in my family never made it to co-owner. But while you just trying to get through, trying to get there, grabbing the things that they say grab, then it's a poverty mindset because now you done had all these kids, you got all this family, and there's nothing left there because you was trying to get through. So guess who's gonna come through these woods running now? They ain't gonna have no water, but because you didn't dare to, you know what? This ain't too bad. This good. Like, thank you. And now you leaving nuggets. You ain't leaving no nuggets. You been here 60 years and no nuggets. All I can tell you is work for the state. You been here 60 years and you don't got no nuggets. You know more Family Feud. Boy, listen, if Family Feud could leave inheritance, boy, listen, people will been have it, boy, they'll sit there all day and be like, I'm going to a job. I gotta watch these shows because I'm just getting through. I gotta binge while I'm just getting through because if I dare look up at the sun, which means acknowledging, I may freeze up. I may freeze up and I may not go.
And that's the beautiful thing that gets missed, right?
Damn.
Because we didn't realize that we had walked 5 miles until people was trying to find us.
Facts.
Like, we calling people to come get us, and they like, why you way over there? Like, how you got over there?
Not.
We don't even know how we got over there because we were just walking.
They didn't
We
even
got
see
to
the beach.
We got to, yeah, they didn't even see the beach. We got to the beach. So the people that we called to come pick us up, because we weren't finna walk these 5 miles back after we identified how far we had no walk. And our feet was screaming. It was like, nah.
On slides.
Like, yeah, and we was in slides. So we walk and we get there, and they like, what? How y'all get over here? And we trying to figure out, well, we was just walking through the path, and the path led us here. Like, just unpack that. We was walking on the path, and the path led us here. Because guess what we said in the beginning?
Damn, we didn't even make the path.
We didn't create the path. Back to your point earlier, the path was already there. It was already there. So if we didn't pick the path, we walked on it. We all stated, the 4 of us, before we started walking, is I want to go to the beach.
We did.
We didn't say how we got there. We didn't get specific. God told us to stop doing that. And we still doing it.
We still, bro. And when that happened, that's the first thing that came to my mind when I seen it. Like, I think Sabray asked, she want to see her, but I didn't know the beach.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a beach over there. Like, for me,
Yeah.
I'm not from here, so I'm like, bro, I don't know no beach. I just know it's a park. Boy, when I seen the beach, bro, I thought we walked all the way Jack's Beach. I said, well, you know, we could, because it feels that way. Us, we experienced the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But to the people there, all they got was like a lake.
Yeah. That pond.
And a little song. And a little sand.
Yep.
Like, we actually see and we didn't know. But we seen it as just part of the day.
And that's where the moving what you say, resistance free.
Yeah.
Because we just said, listen, we want to go to the beach. We knew we love nature, because we was, before we even walked on the trail, we was getting grounded. Everybody had took their socks off. They had slides on. They took their socks off, because that's some Florida. That took their socks off, put their feet in the grass. Everybody got grounded.
Yeah.
Everybody did their meditation, and then
we went off.
we just walked.
Oh yeah, because I was like, y'all want to do a trail? Bro, it was 3 different trails out there. I think about 3 or 4.
It was 4. And then it was 4. No, it's 3 walking, and then it was 3 bike trails.
Yeah, we took the bike trail to walk on, I think.
We just started walking. That's all we did. We just started walking. And then we was admiring everything. And then it was like, okay, we went from seeing a lot of people walking on the trail to not seeing anybody. It's like, wait a minute. That making wrong turns, because ain't nobody out here.
Bro, don't life feel like that?
But it does. And that's probably the clearest example that we was going to get to confirm, like, or to help us see, like, what's going on in life, what we're actually going through. Now you have the opportunity to dictate your path. If your goal is the beach and you want to take this path to get there, well, this is what you're going to endure. You got a 5-mile hike and slides.
I'd rather not hear it. Like, real talk, like, looking back at that, like, to be honest, I think we see it as like someone telling us, like, oh, how they got to that success.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how they got everywhere, whoever you admire, is like how they get it. It's like, bro, I'd rather not even hear that shit, because that may not be my journey.
Right.
That ain't my journey. I definitely would say that. That is not my journey. Because if it was anybody else, and you got to watch, like, that's why I say it's good to have good people around you, good friends around you. Like, because if it was any different sets of people, it would have stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Probably never would have went.
Yep.
Because you want to know why? They would be like, so where is that taking us? We would be like, and for us, this would have been enough. We're going right here. It's just trail. I don't want to do that. Like, let's say it get dark.
Yeah.
Well, we got to walk that back. Oh. So it was like we just walked, and I like, bro, you know what? I don't want to hear nobody. I don't, like, not to say I can hear the testimony, but I'm not going to take it as a guideline or a template for me when I walk this.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we tell someone, bro, you walk from here to the beach, they're gonna automatically be discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll miss out on the great things while walking
Yeah.
to the beach. We met some dope people.
Yeah.
I didn't go thirsty.
Yep.
I didn't die.
That's crazy. It
I
was
was-
blazing out there.
It was
but
blazing.
We didn't get thirsty or nothing.
But at the end of the day, I said, you want to see the beach, right?
Yeah.
You asked for the beach at a park. I think my dog Sabre, and we all went with it. My dog Sabre said, I want to see the beach. I said, well, we got a park and shit. Like, no, I want to see the beach.
Yeah.
Well, let's go for a walk. Bro, this is literally how the podcast started. Let's go for a walk. Let's just do this. I don't know where it's gonna take us, but I definitely know I want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
And I don't care about controlling every move, every turn, and the people around me about going to the beach, because I found out my direction. If I take my own understanding, I have to die to my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I literally believe you have to die to your own understanding and get the other understanding that be like, bruh.
Ain't that Bible?
I believe that is Bible.
Lean not on thine own understanding.
That's facts. So I literally die, and what I mean by die, it don't happen all at one time, but I call it every second. People say I die every day. For me, it has to be every second, because I would have lost a whole great experience that I can now share with someone and say, well, we took a whole hike, we didn't even know. And then actually, if you want to take that route, I can take you back on it. Just like how I say, well, you want to make 500,000, I can take you on that route.
Mm-hmm.
But how I jumped on the route, 500,000 was the beach, and I was at 0.
Yep.
And I just said, hey,
I want to go to the beach.
now if we sit here, got people, that's why God says sometimes, like, if you healed, you had the right mind, separate yourself. Separate. Most people like, I can't separate. Well, that's what auntie telling you, man, you need to sit down. You just been working so hard. I'm working hard when I land in my shit. When I want to do the things that's fun for me, when I want to unleash my creativity, I'm working too hard. I need to go to sleep. But when I'm working a job, you ain't gonna get that overtime? What? Separate. Capacity. Bro, I gotta walk with people who's not gonna question when I say, let's go on the trail. The trail is literally what we were talking about. This right here. This is the trail. This time only 2 people came. This is the trail.
Yep.
And they said, well, shoot, the trail. Well, there's a lot of podcasts out there. Well, like a lot of people already. Well, I know you watch YouTube.
It's a lot of people out there skydiving. It's a lot of people out there riding bikes. There's a lot of people watching YouTube.
Come on. You think that, God told you that he ain't giving out blessings no more?
Yeah.
I don't remember reading in the Bible that God said you have a capacity. I remember God saying, don't listen to what man say, listen to what I say. Like I tell someone, if my shit don't line up with God, delete what I said. Listen to God. Like, if I don't line up with God and God is telling you something different, don't listen to me.
Do not listen to me.
I'm not trying to force. Don't listen to me. Go listen to God.
Yep.
Don't listen to me because it's more easier and you don't have to do much work. Poverty mindset.
I can put up the blame. I can pin the blame on somebody because this is your decision. It wasn't mine. But that's what your blame really is, because you chose somebody else's decision over yours.
I'm on that time. I'm just want to spread what I have. Like, right, I'm not here trying to compare. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. I'm trying to say that we all dope and it's enough room right here for us. And we don't, in actuality, we can just say, you know what? I'm going to repost that video. Instead of bringing negatives, instead of saying, you want to do that? Let's do it. I'm going to be the person like, let's go ahead and do it, because I know how I feel to have that poverty mindset of, oh, well, why you finna do that? But then still have a rich person, what you want to call it, mentality.
Yeah.
You got bruh, you got a poverty mindset, but you got a rich man habit. Come on, gang. If we all in poverty through the mindset, by saying, get this job. Well, if I was you, I wouldn't do this. I don't talk to my mom about business because guess what? She has a poverty mindset in that area. It's very limiting.
Well,
It's just very like, well, you just walk into rooms and you think it should be getting what you gonna do about next month. Listen, God said, don't carry the worries of the world. Now, how can we sit up here read the same Bible and you still carry the worry after reading the Bible? You must not let it go and give it to God. God said, hey, my shit is easy. But I gotta separate. And it's like, guess what? It's not wrong. Now I'm gonna be the Eric Thomas and I'm gonna employ my mama.
Yeah.
Ain't like, and that's what the poverty mindset, they want to go and forget that. Forget the no. You go. Be the best that is. Now you come back.
Yeah.
And you eat. I'm not trying to change the poverty mindset. I'm gonna come back and show you. We got the 60 acres plus, and da.
And that's the thing, like people, you think we are, as a society, is thought that you have to change the poverty mindset, and you don't have to change poverty mindset. You have to increase opportunity and increase observation of opportunity. So it's not that the mindset is necessarily poverty; it's the conditions that empower the mindset are poverty. So if you change the conditions that empower the mindset to feel or think in a poverty way,
Yeah.
if you empower those conditions and like we said, teach financial literacy. So you teach financial literacy, but you teach it to the community and not just say, well, I'm just trying to change you from thinking poverty. No, I want you to actually know that there's more out there.
Environment.
So we're not even in a mindset of if it's poverty or not, if poverty exists or not. I'm just thinking from a clear mindset with an abundance of information, knowing that there's information out there.
Yeah.
Because we're taught that you can't have this or that's not available in our community. There's no Macy's on the north side. There's no Walmart in the inner parts of the north side. Walmarts are outside. There's all it is fast food and fat this and
to keep you in that
slow mindset, that lethargic mind state where you're either sleeping, laying down, or going to work, but you're not edifying your kingdom. There are people that make it. There are people that make it out of that. There are people that find ways to. They say, okay, I kept walking in the pool and I thought I was in 3 feet. I ended up in 8, but it's cool because I know how to tread water. I keep my head above water, and I'm actually not getting a workout. I'm not getting tired doing this. So they get comfortable treading water, and they find peace in that. There are a lot of people that find peace in that, and that's cool. That's cool. There's also, for those people, there's the information out there for them not to find peace in that. To actually desire, because now desire has to kick in to say, I want something outside of what I'm currently getting. But you're shifting the poverty mindset or shifting the poverty paradigm. Poverty in its essence will always be there.
Because it's a knowledge, so
you just don't have to acknowledge it.
You have not,
because you ask not. So you don't have to acknowledge.
Oh, the rich get rich, and the poverty,
the poor get poor, but the poor get more of what they are. The rich get more of what they are. Luke 6:38.
Luke 6.
Yeah,
I was a chapter off.
7:38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye made withal, it shall be measured to again.
And that be broken down saying, whatever you put out. So if you give someone a cup of flour, you get a cup of flour. You give someone $5, you get $5. Why? Whatever. Shaken all that shit right there. So whatever measurement you give, I would tell you this: the people who have that poverty mindset, they are giving based off, like I say, the poor stay poor, because the poverty mindset is sitting in that experience that they created, which is I only have this. So they get you that by getting you paid two times a week. They don't do that because you're only getting paid 2 times a month. So they get you in this poverty mindset that's saying, well, I'm set on this track like a mouse that I know when the water, like I only get water these amounts a day. So now I have this poverty mindset. So they said, well, I can't give $100. I can't. Now this poverty mindset is leading into the children, it's leading to the people, the community. And now they are saying, well, I don't got it either. So that's why $5, $10, $100, shit, $1,000 look like so much of a blessing to a person that is a. But they be like, I never get blessed $1,000 because what you giving out.
This shit's stupid. My bad. I shouldn't even say.
No, you're good.
It's stupid. Like, so in essence, so if we're saying poverty mindset, because like I said, I don't feel like you have to change the mindset, but
what the thinking?
Poverty, but poverty is a mindset. Like by definition, it's a mindset. The state of being extremely poor.
State of being,
or the state of being inferior in quality or insufficient in amount.
So literally poverty is a mindset.
I could have $10 and you could have 100, and now I feel inferior, or I have an insufficient amount because you have 100 and I have 10. But if you had 10 and I had 10, well, I don't feel inferior.
Everybody delete Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, delete all these social medias off your platform. Because what he just broke down, my guy, sir, I know a lot of people feeling very inferior just off some clothes.
It don't have to be money. It don't have to be.
That's
it don't
dangerous.
have to be a job. It don't have to be a house. It could be you got 12 pieces of paper. I only got one. I can't take enough notes.
And you know what's so crazy? They put that bitch in the air. Like when you broke that down, I'm like, hold on. If I got 10 and you got 100, I'm already inferior.
Yep.
We didn't speak. You probably heard this. You probably was on Instagram and you probably throwing that money. That bitch fake. You really got it like that.
Yep.
Look at that. That nigga don't got it like that. Look at you pushing out. Inferior. Instead of you could just be like, okay.
Shout out to him.
Shit.
I don't get enough credit. Shout out to me.
like
John Lucas.
Inferior. Like, boy, when you bust that down like that, like I literally, when I was thinking about poverty, I was thinking of like literally food. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like you thinking of like, but it's a mindset. So it's deeper than material things. That is just the fruit of poverty. That's just the ta-da. They were like, the orange? No. Upset.
Upset.
Oh, you upset? You angry? Oh, you feel some kind of way? You feel like God ain't hearing you. So at this moment, you all good. But God woke me up. You feeling good and got you a little call. You're like, yeah. Somebody coming up there. And you know what? None of us know what we desire. What we don't know what sits in each other's heart. That's why a person can sit around somebody, and that's why they say, I feel like when God says sometimes you can't mix marriage up with single, because you need honesty there, and you don't know what's sending that man's shoe. You don't know who's sending anybody's heart. Only God can judge that. But you can literally have a wolf around. You can have somebody that's inferior to you, and they will thug it with you, bro. They so inferior with you that they'll just hang with you.
And what I do is retract what I said about necessarily being the mindset, not changing the mindset, because as I'm digesting it, if you provide more information, you ultimately change the mindset.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
The mindset is ultimately changed. So essentially, you do change the poverty mindset. but you're applying or providing more information. Like, no, you don't have to be inferior of this $10, your this $90 gap.
Ooh.
You don't have to feel like you're lacking because the bills aren't able to be paid. Yes, you're not able to pay the bills, but why aren't you able to pay the bills? It's not because you don't make enough money.
It's because you focusing on
It's
that
where your
poverty.
attention is. Where your attention is. If you just analyze what you do throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, where these bills are due, you identify why you can't pay your bills.
Bro, I learned like when you say that, like God, we don't do nothing extra. It's nothing that our moves could do to make us more money. The job give us that illusion. Like a 9 to 5, they said how many fries you made, how many calls you did,
Yeah.
based off your
Yeah.
actions,
Yeah.
based off your hours you work, you get this. You don't get paid this because of you didn't work these many hours.
Mm-hmm.
But God said, when you lean on me, anything is that possible at your hand. Like, first of all, y'all are not worth. That's why I give you grace. It's unmerited because you was born into sin. So we already like God said, I know, but now you finna go through life feeling like I didn't work the job for my whole 20 years. Now I'm stepping out and I think, oh shit, it's action. And if you remember, like, shoot, when I was working 9 to 5, God came through and it wasn't through that job.
Mm-hmm.
Like with extra money, like the manager never came out. It was like the owner never, like when God, it was other people being used, especially when I listened to him. I'm like, it's not our movement of hands that's bring us money, but it's our connections to souls.
Yes.
It's our connections to have. Like, this is so dope, is because I know I'm not getting paid for my movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm already paid. Like you said, what you doing all day? You there for this amount of hours. I'm doing more out of my day. I got more fishing rods out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this, and then off this, I'm doing this. I'm not stuck in one thing for 8 hours. I got more than one fishing pole.
Even if you are stuck in one space for multiple hours or for 8 hours a day, if you make the decision, the sound decision on spending, then it still wouldn't be poverty. Like, let's say you're not able to find employment. You're not able to find employment, but you need somewhere to stay, right? So you are those sector of people. So the community, that the environment that's been laid in front of you would symbolize that you're in poverty.
Yeah. You're around it.
So you would feel that, you would absorb that.
So
you say, well, it's easy to tell somebody change that. Like, yeah, and then they say, well, that's easier said than done. True. But the first part of it is believing that you're not in poverty.
Yeah.
Believing that you do not belong here. Believe that. Believe that you don't belong here. Now, start conceptualizing where you actually belong.
Like a gold brick.
Where do you actually belong at? Because it don't feel right here. It feel murky. It feel muddy. Like, it feel daunting every time I open my eyes and I experience this. So I don't belong here. Okay, well, if I don't belong here, where do I belong? Where in my heart of hearts do I belong? All right, now, do I see myself on that? I do. What I look like? Okay. What is if I see myself with a job, what I see myself wearing to work?
Yeah.
What car I see myself driving to get to work? Do I see myself on the bus? Okay, I don't have a car, so I might be riding the bus. Okay, for how long am I going to be riding the bus until I get me a car?
Oh, you need a tutor in college.
All
you need a tutor, yeah.
All of those things, that the environment that you're currently living in is overshadowing those thoughts. So it feels like all you're compiling is negative, because all you're experiencing every morning you wake up is the negative understanding of poverty. Instead of saying, well, poverty is the state of being inferior. You don't have to be inferior.
So that means you judging your value based off the crowds or the rooms you in.
The fact that we have classes. If we didn't have lower class, middle class, high class, upper class, if we didn't have those classes, then you probably wouldn't even feel you're in poverty.
I ain't gonna lie, with that mindset, do change. Like, even when I get to that point, like I'm thinking about something like that, I'm like a gold brick sitting in the trash can, man. It don't change my value.
It don't.
Like,
You still a gold brick.
like I'm still him, and it's like it's the people. It's like your environment is talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you say, like you can tell a person that don't talk to themselves, or like you say, go to self counsel.
Yeah.
People, I don't self counsel is good because I just don't go to it by myself. I talk to God, but at the same time, if you looking for somebody external to talk to,
Yeah.
bro, you would never get that full understanding or the fullness of like what you saying. Like you will keep on blaming someone else. You will forever be like, well, I don't know what to do. Like how people don't see that the workforce changed. Like after 2019, it changed.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by it changed is that you could be the laziest person at work, and you could go to work and still get paid the same amount as a person that took off.
Busting their tail.
I mean, they busting it, and that was in the workforce for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Like people say, I don't gotta work that. Like guess what? I can take less calls than you, long as I still do the 8 hours, and I do that. I'm still getting paid. I don't care about you writing me up or saying I need to do better at something. But it changed now.
Mm-hmm.
The workforce has changed to the point that where people is like, I thought being a boss was something else. Because you thought you could take that same poverty mindset that you was inside that 9 to 5.
Yep.
And you thought that you could be lazy, how you was at 9 to 5, just on your phone scrolling. And that's how I know that poverty mindset was there before the phone, was because when the phone came, you just expressed it even more.
Expressed it even more.
You just expressed it even more. You just showed what you do on people's time. So now, if you can't take, like people may not say, if you can't take working at McDonald's and get the skills, and it's skills to learn at a restaurant. They got a schedule. They got assigned places for people to go. Like it's a whole template. But if you just there for a check, if you just there for like, I'm gonna be scrolling. Well, the workforce has changed. You literally have to work. Like you just can't go somewhere and your mama put you on, your auntie put you on. You can't do that now. Jobs now, they switching to work performance, and they showing it as, because they'll let your ass go, or guess what? They having trouble keeping mother. They having trouble because that's how much it has changed. And now where the people who was lazy, who didn't do much, all eyes on you, gang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you ain't, and you like, I don't know why they been on my ass. I've been doing this for like 10 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
You've been doing, you slug. You've been getting money, and you know you ain't been performing. Well, I don't like working for this company. Well, why you coming to this person's house eating? Why you showing up at Wendy's doorstep eating? If you don't, why am I sitting at the place if I complain about it? Oh, you was used to doing it. That's a poverty mindset.
Yeah.
So where people get caught up and fucked up now, like, I don't got no damn employment, or my job laying off, or my job say they don't want to. Like we were talking about this, bro. You gonna have to put in work.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say that my daddy do that construction, my dog be putting in work for the. It's that kind of work. Like it ain't no room for lazy.
Yep.
If you that lazy person, you been there for 10 years because you been lazy. In 2020, your ass got seen, and now you getting seen.
Yep.
If you think, oh, I've been working here 10 years, they ain't gonna let me go, and you can judge everyone else, and then this job say, we gotta lay off 50,000 people.
I was there. I was a part of that.
And I'm like, we get so comfortable in our laziness, even if you with the company, and to the people that's going, like, they really doing the job, we look at them like, what they be trying. This same company that you went to school for, I mean, you went to school for this degree, now you graduated, and now this company is out of business, or they didn't let you go within 3 years, 5 years. And now you send that 45, but remember, whatever you give back. So you was talking to someone that was 45, that was in their 40s, and talking like, you don't know what you're doing? Like, you need to get your shit together, not knowing that you got an expiration date on the back of your milk card. And you are the milk card. And now, you lost? No one ain't hearing from you? You don't want to tell nobody you lost your, because you treated that guy more, you treated that job more highly than God. You listen to that and didn't take your own journey where God said, I have something way, like what God got for us, man cannot destroy.
And see, that goes back to your point. That goes back to your point when you was talking about the gold brick. I think when that stuck with me, that gave me something to chew on. It really did, because and then we're gonna have to close with this. But and this is actually a good point to leave for everybody to close on, to close
True,
with.
we actually can come back to this if we need to.
A gold brick. So right now, the current value of a gold brick is around $795,000 for a gold brick. If you throw that gold brick in the bottom of the ocean, the estimated value, if recovered, would be $795,000. If you take that same gold brick and throw it into a fiery furnace and melt it down, the estimated value upon being melted would be $795,000. If you take that motherfucker, I'm sorry for cussing again. Dang, I need to fix that. If you take that gold brick and a hurricane grab it and throw it across the country, the estimated value is going to be $795,000. So no matter what condition, no matter what environment, no matter what is going on around it, the estimated value is $795,000. I want everybody to take that and understand that you are a brick of gold. No matter what environment you get in, no matter what obstacles that you come across, no matter what situation you're in, your estimated value is still the same. Your value is still the same. You can land in a volcano, your value is still the same. You can get hit by an earthquake, your value is still the same. A hurricane could come, your value is still the same.
You can lose your dad,
your neighbor could have 3 Bugattis and a Lamborghini, and you have none. Your value is still the same. You could have all the Grammys, you can have all the Emmys, all the Oscars, and all the Tony Awards. Your value is still the same. Quincy Jones is by far the greatest writer, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's the greatest writer. But Quincy Jones, his estimated value is $795,000. We're not talking about Forbes. But we're talking about as a gold brick. Understanding no matter what room he's in, he's a gold brick.
And then I get around other gold bricks.
So now we've increased this estimated value, but be that gold brick everywhere you go. No matter what room you in, no matter what environment you in, be that gold brick. Now, of course, I'm just giving the estimated value of gold. I don't want nobody trying to say I'm saying your net worth.
But for an
example, be that brick of gold, because no matter where you put this brick of gold at, it's still gonna have the same value.
And that's all God's saying, man. God said, marvelous is my works. I took time just to make you a whole day. I made everything the animals, but for you, I spoke to the homies. And I said, well, how should we make it? Cause I know we did the herbs, did the herb, made that we got the birds, we got God was showing out with the birds. Like, come on, God, you gonna drop over 1,000 some different species. My dog said I ain't playing dropping ants. My dog he just did not create one thing.
He got jiggy with it.
My dog said, you want birds? You want birds?
Got jiggy with it.
He created things that we never seen. But he said, when I come to man, I gotta make a whole day for that. He spoke out.
I'm gonna be tired.
He spoke those things out, but he said, hey man, we gonna mold this. First of all, gold wasn't even prepped like this. And you talking about God literally got man and he was like, do that.
It is good.
Now we don't know how many times he went through the rehearsal of making man. But we do know when he made it, and man means man and female. When he did it, he was like, and then he said, man, this is so good.
It is good.
He don't need to be by himself. Man don't need to be by himself. He needs something of the same value. It's not below his value. It's not above his value. It's literally, they both valuable. He's so valuable, I'm going to take it from him. Which I'm taking from
That's
me.
The only thing that's going to make it as valuable.
Come on, man. Come on. So, like you say, it don't matter what happens to you. It don't matter what's
Yeah.
going on right now.
Yeah.
That does not talk about you. The credit person on the phone could say, you know what? We finna close all your shit. Ho! Cause listen,
Consequences.
if it's meant to happen, God said, what's for me is for me. So whatever you saying on this phone, this damn visa ain't gonna stop it. God said, ain't no man on earth can stop what I have for you. Bro, listen, nobody don't stop that gold from moving.
Yeah.
They actually take gold. Now they'll take that brick and they'll flip that bit.
Mm-hmm.
They actually take it up. It was crazy. I'm gonna take it up with value. They didn't say to go like, damn, it was so much that I'm gonna take it down. That's why God said, don't cheat. Don't cheat. You worth more than fine gold.
Yeah.
The reason why he used gold, because the same reason why he used gold there. You like my wisdom is better than fine gold. My instruction is better than silver. It's better than a choice of silver. Dog, the nigga poetry, and it's like my instructions. So it's like choice of silver. Oh, you pick silver. But my wisdom is like finer than gold and
Yeah.
fine rubies.
Mm.
So he just saying you're valuable. And I walk with you.
Yeah.
Like we walk with a Rolex on our wrist.
Yeah.
So he said, hey, if they got to say anything about you, they talking to me. Bro, yeah. Now that we can pick that bitch back up.
That's a whole nother 3 hours there. Listen,
Nah.
you talking about being fine gold? So again, this was another amazing episode, very informative. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all follow, make sure y'all click that notification bell.
Yes, sir.
Listen, get notified every single time.
See y'all later. Have a good one.
Yo.